In this video I will tell you how you can get the Shadow Sword in the game Sailor piece on Roblox. Subscribe, like, hype if you want to get this. More Roblox guides and giveaways. Watch till the end to understand this guide well. If you want to completely dominate PvP arenas and late game raids in the March 2026 update of Sailor piece, you should definitely aim to get the Shadow Sword, and I'll tell you exactly how the whole process works. This mythical weapon is considered god tier and gives a huge power boost, especially if you are running a Shadow Elemental build. Getting the Shadow Sword is not just a simple boss drop though. You will need a specific race, a huge amount of in-game money, and a lot of dungeon farming before you can craft it. The first step is unlocking the Shadowborn race. Before you even start farming materials you must meet this requirement, because you cannot craft or use the Shadow Sword unless your character currently has the Shadowborn race equipped. To get this race you need to use race rerolls. You can buy rerolls in the shop, but the fastest way to farm them is by defeating world bosses like Gojo or Sukuna. Keep using rerolls until you finally roll the Shadowborn race. After you have the correct race, the next step is farming the materials. For that you need to travel to Dungeon Island and enter the CID dungeon, which many players also call the Shadow Dungeon. To enter this dungeon your character must be at least level 5000 and you also need to complete the dungeon discovery quest first. Subscribe to this channel to have a better chance of getting and finding what you want, and write what you would like to get from this game. When you talk to the dungeon NPC you should always choose the extreme difficulty. It is much harder, but it is the only difficulty that gives a realistic chance to drop the mythical materials you need. Inside the dungeon the Shadow Boss will appear on waves 5, 10, and 15. Remember that you must deal at least 10% of the boss total HP and damage if you want to qualify for the loot drop. To craft the Shadow Sword you need to keep farming the CID dungeon until the boss drops the required materials. The materials you need are 1 atomic core with a 0.75% drop rate on extreme, 4 Shadow Essence with a 2% drop rate, 8 Void Seed with a 4.5% drop rate, and 20 Umbro Capsule with a 12.5% drop rate. There is also a useful trick that many players use to force rare drops. Instead of doing hundreds of dungeon runs just hoping for an atomic core, you can use the pity system. Before entering the CID dungeon, fly around the map and defeat 24 easy world bosses. After that enter the dungeon. The Wave 5 Shadow Boss will count as your 25th kill, which activates the pity mechanic and guarantees a rare drop. It is also a good idea to combine this with max fortune runes that give plus 15% luck and any accessories that increase your luck stat. After you finally spend enough time farming the dungeon and manage to collect your atomic core and shadow essences, the final step is crafting the weapon. The crafting cost is extremely high, so make sure you have enough currency ready. You will need 10 million cash and 15,000 gems. Stay on Dungeon Island and climb to the roof of the main prison building, or check the hidden spots around the island if the NPC location has shifted. Look for the Shadow NPC there. When you talk to this NPC, give the materials you farmed together with the 10 million cash and 15,000 gems, and the Shadow Sword will finally be crafted and added to your inventory. Once you get it, you can start using its massive damage scaling and dominate fights across the seas.